So do I.
Russ.
All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Nevada State Board of Cosmetology's board meeting. The date is April 22nd, 2024. The time is 9:05 a.m. To begin, I'd love to do a roll call with our board members from our Southern office, please. Board member Modeno.
Board member Douglas here.
Board member Harris here. Board member O'Brien here. Board member Wolf here. All right, welcome, everyone. Can I get a roll call from our Northern office, please, for board members?
Hi, are you on me?
Yeah.
I'm here. Board member Jeffers is here.
Thank you. Can we do roll call for our Southern board staff, please?
Sure. Stephen McDonald, Executive Director.
Janie Huggins, Chief Compliance Officer. Lauren Gossage, Regulatory Compliance Specialist.
Bertha Jackson, Chief Operating Officer.
Jen Piper, Inspector. Dana Lopez, Inspector.
Chrissy here. Good evening.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone. Can we do roll call for our Northern office board staff?
Ryan Porter, Inspector.
All right, the mission of the Nevada State Board of Cosmetology is to protect the public health, safety, and welfare of those that obtain cosmetology-related services through the delivery of quality testing, licensing, inspection, and education services that focus on consumer protection. At this time, the board will entertain comments from the general public for any item that is related to the Nevada State Board of Cosmetology. Members of the public can call into the meeting to make public comments by dialing 1-720-707-2699 and entering 817-9284-9067 for the meeting ID. Comments are limited to 3 minutes or less. No discussion or action can be taken during public comment. Do we have any public comment at this time? Okay, we will move on to approval of minutes from previous meetings. So the board is to approve minutes from the April 8th, 2024 board meeting. Can I get a motion for that, please?
This is board member Douglas. I'd like to approve the minutes for 4/8/2024.
Board member Harris, I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Let's move forward to our petitions for today. We're going to start with petitioner number 1, Heather Holowinski, U1010160039 for discussion and possible action. Petitioner is requesting a variance to NAC 644A5656. The interior of the establishment must be 7 to 9 feet wide, inclusive, have a ceiling height of at least 6 feet and be at least 24 feet long as measured from the interior front wall to the back of the establishment. Ms. Holowinski, are you present?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, can we please get you to raise your right hand and we'll get you sworn in? Thank you.
Good morning, Heather.
Good morning.
Raise your right hand, please. All right. Do you firmly tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this matter?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome. Heather, can you please walk us through your petition for today?
Yes, I'm just requesting a petition of variance because my mobile salon that I'm trying to open up, the measurement of the inside is 18 feet and 10 inches long. So it is just a little bit short. But the salon, it's already built on a trailer. I can't possibly lengthen it in any way. So I'm hoping that this will be approved.
Okay, thank you so much. At this time, can we hear from board staff, please? Yes.
This is Lauren Gossage, Regulatory Compliance Specialist. For Heather Holowski, who is asking for the variance to NAC 644A 565 number 6. The interior of her mobile establishment measures 18 feet 10 inches in length, and the regulation requires it to be 24 feet long. This is a copy of the regulation and the specific one that she is asking a variance for, number 6. This is a drawing of the measurements and interior of her mobile establishments. Per her drawing and all of the information on this drawing, she does meet all of the requirements of a mobile establishment, just with the exception of the inside measurements of the interior. She has not had an opening inspection yet because she has to ask for the variance, as this does not meet the regulation. So these next images are images that she has sent in of her mobile establishment, so you have an idea of what the establishment looks like. This is the outside, inside. And that's the end of our images.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Board members, do we have any questions, comments?
I think, this is Board Member Douglas. I think the only question I had was the measurements. But, you know, if they approve it, if the board staff said it's okay, I was willing to approve it also.
You look at the
Yeah, because of the measurements.
And she said it's at 18, correct? And it's, the regulation is 28, so it's 10, 24, I'm sorry, okay.
Madam President.
Yeah.
Been informed by my colleagues here that we have not granted, the history has not been granted on the mobile establishment for variance. And so I need to inquire, has there been a variance this large, 6 feet? And board staff basically wanted to know that hasn't been. So just wanted to let you know that our dad would say, maybe say president here for future. Future purpose.
Yeah, the idea is ultimately Chris, Chris for the record. You give a variance for 6 feet for a mobile home. It's just, and this is more or less the board to think about. Down the line, kids likely may receive similar situated positions, so they have to use a mobile home, traveling, whichever. And so just think about how consistent you'll be with this variance. It's a variance in general. It's just to recognize those particular nuance circumstances where okay, we're willing to allow this. It's not supposed. I mean, we have seen quite a number of petitions asking for variances for a wide variety of things, but it wasn't always intended to be something that is uniformly, heard or applied. So I would just, I don't have a specific recommendation for the board. I just want the board to think about in the event could be opening up the door for additional positions that have a wide variety of things. They don't all the way to just the plaza represent final choices. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't believe it was this year, but last year we did hear a petition asking for this, but this particular was not enough to home.
Casita type?
Yeah. And the board didn't say yes to that. And they were asking for a variance that I think was even lesser than the amount that's being requested for this petition. So again, it's just about the board being consistent because you're not gonna stop using petitions on this issue when it comes to space.
So we go up for one, but you all, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to be consistent.
Considering
Yeah, you don't want it to always be argued on the road for how come you're willing to recognize a space or give a space variance or a variance for this particular position or not for that one.
Okay.
So it is something to think about.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Board Member O'Brien, we also did see one that was for like a trailer situation that wanted to go home to home and help the elderly and those that were homebound, if you remember that from last year as well. So we already did set precedent on this case, like what that's comparison. So, sorry. I think that it's very important also that we stay consistent. We've been doing a really good job about that, and so I think that the regulations are set for a reason, and it's to be our guidelines. So that, when these situations come before us, we're able to kind of vote very clearly on them. Anybody else have anything?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Board Member Moreno. Prior to you setting up this mobile, did you already know what the measurements that was required by the board?
No, I saw different measurements on the application that I had applied for. So I did not see these until I had already submitted my application and Lauren came back and it was fully built and I saw this. So I'm not sure what measurements I was looking at, but I did look on the State Board of Cosmetology and didn't see anything about length in particular. I saw the height and width on there.
Yeah. Board Member Harris, petitioner, where are you located?
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Are you in residential? Are you on a farm? Are you on
Residential.
a residential? What area?
Clark County, Las Vegas, Nevada, in a
So I'm
neighborhood.
asking, right, how close are you to a main street where they have nail shops and hair salons and things of that nature?
There's lots of main streets around.
Okay. How far are you from the nearest commercial establishments? Like a mall. There's many small malls on every corner in Las Vegas.
Probably 5 miles, 3 miles.
So that sounds rural. So are you in a rural area?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you in a rural area?
Um,
Because this is a shopping center on every corner in Las Vegas.
yeah, I'm close to a mall. I'm not sure if there's salons in the mall, but we're pretty close.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
I think right now we're only needing to focus on the variance though, because that's what the petition is surrounding. And I think that is kind of what she's petitioning for right now. I think the rest of it is, if the variance is granted, that's secondary. But I see where your mind's going for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on the variance? Yeah.
I have a question for board member staff.
Yeah.
She mentioned that she saw different measurements on our website and it didn't specify the 24-foot length. Do you guys know what she's referring to, where she would have seen that?
This is Janie Higgins for the record. No, I'm not sure where she would have seen that. So these measurements have been in regulation for years. They've never changed, especially since we started using digital applications. So I'm not sure where she would have seen any different measurements.
Okay, thank you.
Madam President, we also have additional information.
Okay.
That staff would disclose. We believe that the petitioner has a local license, a Clark County business license, that we believe was most likely issued in error because she never got our license. For local government to issue a license, you're supposed to have a state license if it calls for that. So, we believe that they think that Clark County may have been their Clark County business licensing.
Okay.
And so, it's kind of after the fact,
Mhm.
and the local government did what they did, even though she didn't have a license from us. That's why she's coming forward and then realized the measurements, are not correct. And that's why she's seeking variance right now.
Gotcha.
So
Thank you.
it's even off the record.
Thank you.
This is Board Member Wold. Hi, Ms. Lewinsky. I just want to say your mobile salon is really beautiful. I think it's great. I just wish you would have seen the variances before you did all this work. It's just, unfortunately, the fact that we have already set a precedence would make me, uncomfortable somewhat saying, yeah, because there are other people who have petitioned for similar issues. So it just kind of makes it hard for me personally to want to say, yeah, I would love to if it wasn't the case that, we have already set a precedence and then we do, have to approve other variances as well that may be somewhat unreasonable. So, and then it's just also, I think for the fee, it's just, I'm sure there's more thought behind it as far as like utilities and safety and things of that nature. So I don't know, moving forward, whatever endeavor you choose, I would just always recommend calling board staff, even if it's just an idea that you have. So hopefully you don't run into this again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Board Member O'Brien, I have a question for board staff. Can we go back to the photos, please? For the, Taylor salon? And in particular, yes, right there, actually, right there. Yeah, that one. What is that license on the wall, you know?
This is Jamie Higgins for the record. That is a Clark County business license, if I'm not mistaken. Above our,
What's the one in the front?
that is our individual license.
Okay. Gotcha. So she has a license?
She has an individual cosmetology license to practice.
Got it.
with the establishment.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. I got a little confused. Sorry about that. Just wanted to clear it up. Thank you so much. Okay, any other questions?
I have one more
for
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Petitioner, on this, trailer, are you planning to move it or are you just planning to keep it on your property?
I was planning to keep it on my property.
Are we ready to make the motion? Do we feel like we,
Yes.
Yeah.
can I call for a motion, please?
This is Board Member Douglas. I would like to deny the petition for U-1010160169.
Board Member Harris, I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, Ms. Heloisky, we did deny the variance based on the precedent that we've already set before, and the linear feet not being met. So, if you can get that adjusted, that would be great, and we wish you the best on that, but I'm very sorry that we weren't able to approve your, petition for today.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for your time. All right, it looks like petitioner number 2, Angelica Tinoco, has withdrawn her petition, so we'll move forward with petition number 3, Sophia Grasso, ST 43798, for discussion of possible action. Petitioner is asking for a variance to NAC 644A620, credit for incomplete hours in courses. Ms. Grasso, are you present? Sophia Grasso? Okay, we'll trail that one. Make a little note here. Also. All right, petitioner number 4, Courtney Sotelo, A-1051829, for discussion and possible action. Petitioner is asking for an exemption to be made that would allow her to submit an application to grandfather into advanced aesthetics after October 1st, 2023. Ms. Sotelo, are you present?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, I see you. Yes. Could you please raise your right hand? And we'll get you
Yes.
sworn in. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Tello. Do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth in this matter?
Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome. Would you please walk us through your petition for today?
Yes, so I am a licensed esthetician and certified laser tech in Arizona. And I grew up in Las Vegas and I have a cousin that is an esthetician. So I was looking to get reciprocity in Arizona so we could do business together while I come in town and etc. And so she was telling me, that laws are changing there in Nevada, excuse me, and that I needed to get my reciprocity done right away. So I called the state board around mid-September, and I had spoken with someone on the phone because I wanted to make sure that I got the process correctly because of transferring my license and doing everything correctly. So I was told about the reciprocity application and then that I would submit then my laser certification showing my hours and all of that documentation after I passed the exam and got my license. And so I think it was September 26th. That is when I did my exam and passed the Nevada State Board exam. And then come to find out that was not the correct application after the fact of the deadline passing. And then I missed the deadline then to be grandfathered in. They didn't have documentation of the phone call because I wasn't in the system yet. But then they had my recorded phone call that you could hear after the fact. I had sent an email that I submitted to Lauren, I believe. It was a do not reply to email, but that was some of the questions that I was asking about where do I send the documentation and things like that. So I was trying to do all the proper steps, but I was just guided incorrectly. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear you guys.
Oh, I just said at this time, we're going to hear from board staff. They're going to make their presentation and then we'll come right back to you, okay?
Oh, there we go. Okay.
This is Lauren Gossett, Regulatory Compliance Specialist, for Courtney Stolio, who is asking for an exemption to be made that would allow her to submit an application to grandfather into Advanced Aesthetics after October 1st of 2023. She is a licensed esthetician as of September 30th of 2023, and the deadline to submit the application for grandfathering in would have been October 1st of 2023. This is her petition with her explanation that she explained. This is the reviser's note that was put in for SB 241 that would allow people to grandfather in on or before October 1st of 2023, being a licensed esthetician. We received her reciprocity application on Monday, September 25th of 2023. The license certification received from the Arizona Barbering and Cosmetology Board was on July 20th of 2023. She was a licensed esthetician. Her original license was from Arizona and expired July 21st of 2022. The expiration at the time that it was received was July 27th of 2025. This is the supporting document that she sent in, as she has stated, that shows her response on September 26th of 2023 to the do not reply email.
Okay, thank you so much.
Madam President,
Yes.
Steve McDonald for the record. Just want to add to our presentation. As you all know, the law, this grandfathering deadline is on the books since 2021, and it was passed in the 2021 legislature. So this deadline has been on the books for some time. And it's from staff's perspective, we can't override that. It wasn't law. And now that time has passed, no one can actually apply for the grandfather clause. So timing, because as you know, the dates, they're so close to the deadline when she's inquiring and she's trying to get these things done. It's just really hard with that kind of time to meet that October 1, which is a hard date in the law. And the legislature put it in law in 2021.
Thank you. So she has her esthetician license at this time.
She does. This is the one classes for that.
9/30/2023.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. She also comes that precedent last
Mhm.
meeting as well. Yeah. Board Member Bryant, question for board staff. If she wants to get that AE licensure, she would just have to make up the, what is it, 300 hours difference?
This is Jane Evans for the record. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, gotcha. I think kind of hands are tied in this situation. Board staff or board members agree. Are you ready to make a motion? Yeah. All right. Can I call for a motion, please?
This is Board Member Douglas. I would like to deny the petitioner A-1051-829.
This is Board Member Harris. I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, Ms. Sotelo, I'm so sorry, but we did have to deny your petition for today based on precedent that we've set. It was in law, so there's not much that we can do with this. If you have any questions about obtaining that AE license, you can definitely reach out to board staff and they can walk you through the steps to do that. And we do wish you the best of luck and sorry we couldn't help you more today.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was not living in Arizona. I mean, Nevada. I was here in Arizona, so to have been there for that long. But thank you.
Yeah. Take care. All right, let's move forward with petition number 5, Carolina Molina Skinology Aesthetics, LLCS dash 708931 for discussion of possible action. Petitioner is disputing B3147896 and B3147897. Ms. Molina, are you present? I don't know, sorry.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Would you please raise your right hand?
I'm sorry?
Will you raise your right hand? We're going to get you sworn in. Thank you.
Good morning, Carolina. Do you plan to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth in this matter?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Molina, please tell the board why you're here today.
Okay, so I was being fined for having my pet Captain here at the office by the time the inspector came in to visit us. So the situation was this: I was fined for 2 things, for having my dog in the office and because I was having someone in the room getting a treatment and I wasn't in the office. But my dog is being a service dog since 2018. And as per my understanding, as a service dog, it's okay to have him here. As you know, I could bring him to restaurants and places because of the fact that he's a service dog. In fact, after I got fined for it, health department came to, to give us the approval to inspect us, and he said that I asked him if I will get fined for having my dog here, and he said no, because he's a service dog. So I'm assuming it's okay to have him here. And the person who was in the bed when I wasn't here, he's a family. He is my stepson, and I have proofs of it. I have plenty pictures together. And I wasn't here because I went across the street and I needed to get something at Home Depot. So I just ran out, and by the time I left, then he texted me. He said somebody was here and took pictures, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I found out what it was happening. But he wasn't a client. He's a family, and he knows what to do. Is the app machine. I just left him with the machine while I go and run my errand, and I came back like 30 minutes after. And yeah, this is the reason why I wanted to explain exactly what happened.
Thank you so much for taking the time to walk us through your petition. We appreciate that. We're going to hear from board staff at this time, and then we'll come back to you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
This is Lauren Gossett, Regulatory Compliance Specialist for Carolina Molina, speaking on behalf of Skinology Aesthetics LV. A copy of her petition. She was cited for practicing on the public without a licensing charge, as she was not in the building when service was happening, and operating a salon with an animal on premise. First offense, $200. All right, so upon entering the establishment, we observed this individual receiving the service with no licensee there, present in the establishment. There's a dog on the bed, and the unlicensed, I believe he did not have a license, and there was no one with a license in the building to perform this service. The food and water bowl that was in the establishment in the hallway. And that's all that we have for this one.
Thank you.
You're
Board Member O'Brien here. I have one question just for like extra clarification. Ms. Molina was not present at the time.
She was not, that's correct.
Okay. I know that we have seen a case previously with a service dog. But my understanding is the service dog is for the individual, but the individual wasn't there, but the dog was.
Correct.
And service dogs are required to be under the control of their community. So, and it doesn't appear on the photographs that the handler was even much less in the room or in the vicinity when the photographs were taken. And that's the complete previous of this service dog. It's service that the requirements in place and available on the ADA website for additional resources of review that the service dog is still supposed to be under the handler's control. So that's just additional consideration.
Hi, Miss. This is board member Wall. Hi, Miss Molina. What services does your dog provide?
Support, emotional support.
Okay. And then, just out of curiosity, how much is the abdomen treatment that your
I'm
son
sorry?
was performing? The service your son was performing on himself, how much does that treatment run?
I charge a membership for it, like $100 a month.
Okay.
People can just.
So just from our point of view, just so you can kind of understand where we're coming from, is if, say, I'm in a treatment room with someone else and I'm walking down a hallway as our investigator did, our inspector did, and they see someone who looks kind of young performing a treatment that I'm paying $100 for, and there's no therapist in the room, it kind of, that person wouldn't know, you know, that that person knows what they're doing, or, you know, injury could be happening. And so regardless if it's your son or your sister or a friend, you're putting on a perspective of, you know, there's maybe like negligence going on in the spa. And so people start like wondering about the integrity of the salon that, you know, they're coming to get serviced at. And so, you know, we've seen things like this where it's like, oh, it's my friend doing her hair, or it's my friend washing my hair. Well, in these professional establishments, we want to see the professionals doing the service, because your son could injure himself. Anybody, you know, a public person coming in to the salon and be like, oh, my therapist let me adjust my abdomen belt. I kind of know what she was doing. They could injure themselves. And so our job is to protect the public and also you, because you don't want to, you know, harm someone and then later down the road something comes up and now you're under all this other water. And so that's just, you know, the precedence we want to set is You know, we want responsible technicians out in the field. We appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm sure you have an awesome clinic. It's just that you always want to maintain integrity at all times of your practice and who's doing the service. Because, you know, it's just, you know, unless you told me about this, if I was walking by, I'd be like, oh, wow, there's a kid in there doing a service on himself that I'm paying a bunch of money for, you know, and that's what our inspector saw that day. And then there's a dog on the table, and I was told as a service dog, when, you know, then I see the dog on the table, I'm like, okay, like, you know, and I'm just giving you a perspective, you know, so that's all I had to say. But thank you for coming down here today with your time.
Thank you.
Any other board members have any questions or comments for Ms. Molina? No? Okay. Are we ready to make a motion? Board Member Bryant, I think in this case, it's different from the previous case because the licensee was there. The licensee is not present, so I don't think you can even consider the dog in active service at this moment. The dog is just a dog because the person that's providing emotional support to is not present, in my opinion. Well, not in my opinion, the inspector said she was there, correct?
Right.
Correct, okay, but it is my opinion, so that's how we would, yeah, I think that's how we would separate the two.
It's with the so it's just to ensure that if the dog is with their family, then those protections are attached.
Right.
Okay.
It wasn't a separation.
No, good point. Thank you for releasing on record that we were able to make that distinction as well. So yeah, that precedent can continue to be carried on. Are we ready to make a motion? Jennifer, do you have any questions up in the north?
No.
Okay, great. Let's make a motion if we're ready.
Okay, this is Board Member Harris. I would like to deny the petition I'm sorry, S-708-931.
Board Member Douglas, I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, Ms. Molina, we did deny your petition for today because of the reasons that we stated. You just weren't on the premises, so there was no way that we could grant you this this petition today. So if you have any questions, board staff will be sending an email over to you about what has happened today. And if you have any questions with that, you can communicate with them and they'll help you, okay?
Okay, thank
All
you.
right, thank you for your time. Thank you. All right, let's move forward to petitioner number 6. Petitioner number 6 is Jeannie Ray Jefferson, N105594, for discussion and possible action. Petitioner is disputing B3148047 and B3148509. Ms. Jefferson, Petitioner Jefferson, are you present?
I'm here.
Hi, thank you so much for being here. Will you raise your right hand and we'll get you sworn in today? Thank you.
Good morning, Jeannie. Do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this matter?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Jefferson, if you will walk us through your petition and why you're here today, the board would like to hear it.
Yeah. So I'm petitioning. I got 2 different what are they? I can't even remember what they are. I'm sorry. But they were saying that I was practicing in my home, one of them. The other one, what was the other one? Hold on, I'm looking through the emails that she sent me. What is it called? Mobile tech, for putting that on my Facebook. So first of all, I do not practice out of my dude for the mobile tech, yeah, but I never even knew that was Instagram. About every single tech in Vegas does mobile services. But anyway, so I don't really know what happened, but when I got a call, they were happy for me that I'm self-employed. I needed to fill out something for them. And I asked her what happened, what are you talking about? And she said that I guess they seen what I did is I put in for a business license for Uber, which has a taxi code on it. So if you look at the code, you'll see it has a taxi code on it. And when I explained that to her, she was like, oh, okay. So I'm not sure what's going on, but yeah, I don't practice out of my home. I do services for friends of mine. I don't charge anybody. I'm just doing it until I get myself into a suite because I have to practice. I don't do very well with other people. My hands, I do great. Unfortunately, other people, I'm still not the greatest at. So my best friend, I do her. And then my sister's friend, I do her nails from time to time. But I don't charge anybody. They just come every once in a while and get their nails done so I can get some practice in. But I do not have a salon in my home. And I don't do mobile services. I did have it on my site, on my Instagram, but I've never done it. So yeah, I'm just confused.
Awesome. Thank you so much for running us through that. And let's get some clarification for you today, since that's going to be our goal. At this time, we're going to hear from board staff, and they're going to do their presentation, and then we will come right back to you, okay?
No problem.
Okay, great.
This is Lauren Gossett, Regulatory Compliance Specialist for Jeannie Ray Jefferson. She was cited for practicing in a location not licensed by the board, first offense of $500, and operating a salon without a license, first offense of $1,000. This is a copy of her petition. She submitted 2 petitions because she was cited on different times, and I'll walk you through those during the presentation. So the first violation that was sent out on October 11th, she was cited for practicing in a location not licensed by the board, and she was given a compliance review for operating a salon without a license. As we emailed her, asking her for additional information on where she's working. The second citation that she received was for operating a salon without a license, and then she also received a compliance review for using advertisements which contain knowingly false or deceptive statements because she changed her Instagram to say traveling nail tech. So I will walk you through the violations and the compliance review. I input our email correspondence because we did have some back and forth emails just trying to explain the citations and why she was cited. So on November 13th of 2023, I did reach out to her and asked her to provide us with her current work location, to which she responded that she was working somewhere for a little bit, then not working. She wants to start lashes, and she was supposed to start at a different location the previous week, but she can't do it at this time. So on the November 13th email, she let me know that she had no work location. So I sent her, please see the attached citation for operating a salon without a license. Your booking website is still up and active, and your social media has new posts. I directed her back to her website, her booking website, and her Instagram directly. And I did let her know that you'll need to discontinue practicing working in any location that's not a licensed establishment pursuant to NAC 644A 810. She may only practice in a licensed establishment. I also did note that should we find you posting current work and have no work location in addition to no work location, you will be cited for a second offense for practicing in a location not licensed by the board. So her booking website needs to be removed immediately, as it does not lead back to a licensed establishment and is giving false representation that the services are being performed in a licensed establishment. Traveling nail tech is also false and misleading statement, as you must have a limited license to perform limited services outside of a licensed salon. The only limited services a nail technologist can perform under the limited license is removing existing nail polish and applying nail polish. And then I let her know if she has any questions, please let me know. She did say that her booking website was still active because she will need it when she does get into a suite, but it's no longer on her Instagram and she does not have any clients. She does state that she practices on friends and families in her apartment that allows her to practice on them. And then she said she was also taking screenshots to prove that her clients or appointments are not, she's not taking any money for them. That was on November 13th. So I did thank her for her email and let her know that once a citation has been issued, if she would like to formally address the board, the proper process to do it would be to petition. I did send an additional email breaking down the difference of the violations, letting her know that the first citation was issued on October 11th for practicing in a location that's not licensed by the board, first offense, and for operating a salon without a license. That was a compliance review for the in-home services that must be immediately cease and desist. Her second citation was for operating a salon without a license because there were still posts of her operating. And then I gave her a compliance review for the traveling nail tech advertisement to give her a chance to remove that one because that was something that was new that popped up.
No, it wasn't. It was always there.
She responded that
It wasn't new popped up, it was always there.
Oh, just 1 second. We're gonna get through the whole presentation and I promise you'll have a chance to respond, okay?
She responded on November 13th, letting me know about the advertisement. And she was
Sorry.
aware that she can be a traveling nail tech. And then again, I thanked her for her email and let her know that her October 11th, 2023 citation I gave her a compliance review for operating a salon without a license to give her the opportunity to remove her Instagram. And then I also let her know that she was cited for operating a salon without a license, which was received on November 13th to her. This is the Instagram that we found upon our initial investigation. So it was for Judy Nails, Las Vegas, a home traveling nail tech, licensed nail tech, direct message or text for appointment, Las Vegas nail tech, and then an ad booking website. This is information on how to book in her highlights, link or email or text message, the number on her Instagram, and be ready to send inspiration pics. These are other additional posts that were taken upon our initial investigation. New client I had an issue. So I had offered to repair the nails, but ended up giving her a whole new set. New client for today, referral from my most loyal client. And then this is a picture of the setup that we took from the Instagram.
That's so old.
This one says it's definitely time to clean and reorganize my station and large collection of nail supplies. And then this is a screenshot of multiple posts from that Instagram. This is her passing her test, another picture of nails. This is the booking website that was still active on March 6th of 2024. So last month with no changes. So it still has her phone number, her email, services that are offered, staff. Another picture of from the Instagram says busy day for a nail tech.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is a picture of the Instagram where a traveling nail tech is added. Licensed nail tech, Las Vegas nail tech, so DM to book was removed. So this was found on November 13th of 2023, posted on November 10th of 2023. This is a newer post that we found, that was found on March 6th of 2024 and posted on February 20th of 2004, so after the citations have been issued.
Yep.
This is another post that was found on March 6th, posted on February 15th of 2024, again after the citations have been issued. Another post found on March 6th of 2024, posted on January 1st. And that's all.
Okay, thank you so much.
Madam
Yes.
President, Steve McDonald for the right. I mean,
Yes.
there were 2 points that I want to finish off with the presentation. As you all know, as board members, the compliance reviews are warnings. They're not cited, they're just saying get in compliance. And that's typically, generally speaking, what we do. We try to get that unlicensed activity, to get in compliance. And that's the whole thing here, so that you can ensure everybody is safe. The second thing I want to wrap up is that it doesn't matter if a person is paying for their services or not. That is a misconception out there in our industry and actually in most industry. They think because they're not getting paid that there is no regulation of it. And so it doesn't, it really, that's not criteria for make sure the public is safe. It doesn't matter if you're being paid for your services or not. So that is a misconception.
Thank you. All right. After hearing the presentation, do board members have any questions for Ms. Jefferson? No? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Ms. Jefferson, do you want to take the opportunity to respond to the presentation? Do you have anything that you would like to add?
Oh, yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, go ahead. The floor is
Okay,
yours.
I explained to her that my booking site, I had that booking site up when I was working at the hair gym. I cannot take it down because I do not have that phone number anymore that it's linked to. It won't let me get into it without that phone number. So there's nothing I can do about it. So I had that when I was with the hair gym. That lady was brand spanking new. She had no booking site. She had nothing. So all of us girls that were in there had to do everything ourselves. So that's the first thing. So yes, it's still going to be active because there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have that phone number anymore. If you don't believe me, try calling that phone number yourself. Second of all, some of those pictures that she's bringing up are so old. If you look at the date, they're so old. It's not even funny. Like the picture that's showing my workstation with the big white dust collector, that's from back when I was living over on Boulder Highway. That's over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. Secondly, or thirdly, if you read some of the captions in there, they're telling you that those are my friends. A picture on my Instagram when I do a friend's nails. I don't understand. And from what I'm understanding, and if it's wrong, then you guys need to go back to the school and tell these teachers. We were told that we were okay to do our friends' nails as long as we are not charging for them. I do not charge anybody that comes to my home. They're just my friend's sister, best friend, myself. Some of those nails that she showed, like that pink set, that's my nails. I do not charge anybody. I do my daughter's nails. Like, I'm just not understanding how everything, oof, goodness. And the traveling nail tech had been there all along. I didn't just add it. It had already been there. I don't understand how she said it just appeared. I'm sorry, I'm just so confused.
This is board member World. Hi, Jeannie, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Good. So I just kind of wanted to talk about some of your concerns and questions that you have real quick. So do you understand what it means to operate a salon without a license? Because the reason,
I
the
sure
issue,
do, but I'm not
okay,
charging anybody.
okay, so
No,
I understand that, but whenever there are things such as like in-home establishments, and they have their own rules and regulations. So what happens is when your mom or your sister, your friend, your homegirl, anyone comes to your house and gets a service, technically it's considered operating a salon, regardless if they are paying for it or not. That's why when you're a student, you can only practice at school because the school is overseeing you, providing the salon that has been regulated by the board. So I understand that to you, you thought you were doing something completely innocent, but that's not the case. Another
No,
thing
I was
is
actually,
you're saying
can I cut
that
you
on
off
the
for
top.
1 second, please?
Okay.
I'm actually doing something that the teachers at the school said was okay. So if it's not okay, then you guys need to re-educate your teachers at your schools because they
Okay.
said to us that it was okay.
Okay, so that is something.
Once we are licensed, they said it was all right.
What school did you go to?
Euphoria.
Okay, okay. So, the board staff can do what they may there, but any questions you have or any clarification, contact board staff. But I also want to say that Lauren reached out to you multiple times, and there was multiple conversation about the post, and you did get basically a warning. And they gave you multiple opportunities. Some of these screenshots that were taken say 1 week ago, 2 days ago, of your setup. So that doesn't mean they found it 1 year later. They saw that it was posted 1 week ago. So, for us, it's hard for me
No,
to
my
believe
setup
that
was
was a
not
post from
posted a
2
week
years ago.
ago.
Please let me finish. I
No.
let you finish. Please let me finish. So from there, if you post, regardless of how long ago you took a picture, if I see 1 week ago you posted your workstation from Boulder Highway, I'm gonna think that's where you are right now. If I'm a client coming to get a service and I say, hey, where are you? And I say, I saw where your location was, I'm thinking I'm gonna come to this setup that has this white wall behind it and your Lysol on the desk. That's what I'm expecting. So some of the things you're saying are kind of counteracted because board staff did communicate with you. They were trying to inform you, hey, take the pictures down. I see that the booking sites on Square, give Square a call, see what they can do to help you because to us, it's still open. Regardless if you just added travel license tech on your page today or yesterday, it's still out of compliance. So as a board member, as someone who sees the board staff try to help you, try to inform you and keep you in the loop to keep yourself out of, where we are now. It's, they did their part. They communicated with you effectively. I'm sorry that, you're frustrated, but, they did their best to help you. And however you chose to proceed with this, how you chose to proceed. But as a board member sitting here, looking at everything you just told me and everything I just saw, it's hard for me to be like, okay, like, she wasn't doing this, she wasn't doing that. If you work out of your home at all, it is considered operating a salon and it is against the law. So if you need to rent a day suite or look at other options, I highly encourage that. But practicing on your sister at home or a friend and posting it and say, my client just came over and was recommended from this person, it's hard for me to think, oh, you're doing business. So that's just where I'm just,
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna grab the state law book. Hold on.
Okay.
Because I want you to tell me in my state law book where it says I cannot do nails on a friend at home, because I could have sworn I read where it was fine as long as I am not charging.
I would suggest you reach out to board staff after today, after we just make our decision. And any questions, inquiries you have, they can go over with you, okay?
And you keep talking about my booking site. It is not on my Instagram. It is not being used. Come book with me. family member, nobody can come and see me. Where is it against the law that I can't post a picture on my Instagram? How can you regulate where I can and cannot post a picture? This is what I'm not understanding.
Madam President, for staff.
Yes.
Address your question.
This is Jane Huggins for the record. We regulate the advertisements for licensees that they need to show the licensing information on those advertisements. That would be inclusive of your individual license as well as the establishment license number. So any advertising by the letter of the law should be very clear that it's all occurring within a licensed establishment.
But I'm not advertising, ma'am. All I did was put a picture up there and say that I did my friend's nails. That was it. I'm not advertising anything. I'm not saying come get your nails done by me and this is my website. That's not what I'm doing at all. That's advertising. Show me where I'm saying I'm advertising.
Board Member O'Brien, I think the confusion lies in the terminology that you're using. You're not really saying friends, you're saying the word clients. Clients indicates business. It is of the board's understanding that Instagram is a huge platform for advertising, as Ms. Huggins just stated. It is regulated and overseen by board staff to ensure that everything is in compliance. Terminology like traveling tech, clients, first time not doing a friend, getting referrals from her most loyal clients, your equipment statement. You don't have to beg for clients. Your work speaks for itself. Clients always come back because she loves her clients. Clients did two hands differently. Client comments on the photo below about how much she loves her nails. Post a photo of the work area in the home. It appears to be a home, but it's like kind of like, this is my work area. Hand model posted with comments about wanting these next time from a client below. You know, these are all the things that I wrote down from this presentation where the confusion for the public would lie. And that's where board is concerned. If they were to pull up your profile on Instagram and they were to see this, they would assume it is a open business that they can go to get their nails done. You are the licensed tech. They're going to see this when they come into your establishment because that's what you posted. So that is all advertising. The other thing also is whatever your teachers told you, we can't really go back and change and all of that, but as a licensee, you are required to understand the law and to follow it. That falls on your shoulders. So if there is a misunderstanding there, you know, that's between you and the school, and you should, you know, kind of talk to them about that. But the responsibility still lies on your shoulders, because you do have to follow what the board states for compliance. And the emails seem to have been trying to get the understanding and help you in a way that you would get into compliance, but it just feels like, you know, even as late as this year, 2022 or 2024, there were still being some photos posted on there. And it is my understanding for staff that the letters that are sent do say that the Instagram or the, you know, advertising photos have to be removed and things like that. It does address that, correct? Correct. Okay, so even as early as last month, you're still out of compliance, unfortunately. So we can just nix the, you know, the ones from the Boulder Highway home and just focus on these last three. You're still out of compliance.
And this is Jane Huggins again for the record, just to circle back.
But ma'am, they're not advertising. I want to understand how I'm advertising when there's nothing in my bio. I took everything out that she asked me to take out. There's no way for anybody to book with me. None of my numbers, nothing is in there. I still am not understanding how you think I'm advertising when there's no way for anybody to book with me. Please clear that up for me. Please clear that up.
This is Jane Huggins for the record. If I might just.
Because that's not what I'm doing. I'm not advertising. I'm not advertising in any way. All I'm doing is practicing on my friends and my family for myself until I do get my establishment. And yes, I do. I get happy when I do a good job, and I post it on my Instagram. She did not specifically tell me that I could not post a picture. She was saying I could not post advertising stuff, and I don't. Oh, this is what I did today, so come and see me. No, that's not what I'm doing.
This is Janie Huggins for the record. So to finish my statement, I'm going to circle back to what Executive Director McDonald said, that ultimately we regulate the practice of. So we regulate the actual service itself. We have no jurisdiction whatsoever on whether or not people charge, what they charge, nothing like that. So ultimately, as long as you are providing services on someone, including your friends, we have authority over those services, which is why we've received all of these cease and desist letters, the citations, etc.
Mhm.
Jeannie, this is Board Member Harris. Thank you for that. When you speak of advertisement, so when you became a licensed professional nail technician, that made everything that you post, whether it's your nails, anyone else's nails, advertisement. So that's when it started. When you became licensed as a licensed professional. So here we can't do that. If you're not properly in the establishment, if everything's not correct, the board regulates that. For me, for everybody here, everybody who has a license.
I completely understand that, ma'am. Trust me, I do. Trust me, I do. I'm just not understanding how everybody keeps saying I'm still advertising when I'm not. I'm just, all I'm doing is I'm practicing. I get happy about it and I post it. That's it. I did exactly as she asked me to do. I took everything down that wasn't supposed to be up there. I explained to her that, like the traveling nail tech, I honestly did not know that that was not allowed. I really did not know. I mean, because if you go on to Instagram, you'll see so many ladies in town, so many nail techs that are way bigger than me that go and do, no, they're not removing a polish and adding a polish, they're doing full sets.
Jeannie, yes, Board Member Harris for the record.
And yeah, I got,
yeah, we do understand that, but when everybody, we can't follow what everybody else is. You're responsible for your license. You're not responsible for everybody else's license. We can't do follow the leader here, right? And unfortunately, ignorance of the law is not prohibited. I mean, it is prohibited. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is prohibited. So you're responsible, you know, as a licensed professional. So just kind of take time and kind of understand that. Yeah, it doesn't really, I understand what you're saying, it's not advertising, but it is. Once you became a licensed professional.
Board Member O'Brien, my question is for the board members. At this time, do we have an understanding of this petition?
We do.
Okay, I think the further that we go, we're just getting away from the petition. I think we need to vote on this petition, and Ms. Jefferson can reach out, and board staff can reach out to discuss what advertising is, and they can get her on the same page with that. How do we feel on that?
Okay, so.
Yeah, okay.
We tried.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So at this time, I'd like to call for a motion on petition, Jefferson.
This is Board Member Harris. I would like to deny the petition for N-105594.
Board Member Douglas has seconded that motion.
All in favor?
That's ridiculous.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, Ms. Jefferson, we did deny your petition for today. However, I strongly encourage you, board staff is going to reach out to you via email. I strongly encourage you to get in touch with them in whatever way is going to be most productive for you to get into compliance and fully understand everything that is required of you as a licensee. That way you can go forward in a productive way and not keep getting these citations, okay? All right, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it. All right, we're going to move forward to petitioner number 7. Petitioner number 7.
No, you're telling me.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Okay. Okay, petitioner number 7 is Star Jaramillo Alvarado, U1010161222 for petition or for discussion and possible action. Petitioner is disputing B3147672 and B3147673. Petitioner Alvarado, are you present?
I am, yes.
Hi, could you please raise your right hand and we'll get you sworn in? Thank you so much.
Good morning, Star. Do you
Hi.
promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this matter?
I do.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Sarah. Could you take the time and please walk us through your petition and why you're here today?
Yes, I'm requesting
Thank
a
you.
waiver for fees because I did not receive the first or second cease and desist notice. If I had received the first notice, I would have ceased all activity immediately. I also emailed, I believe is Lauren, I'm not sure what the last name is, like a little PowerPoint. Is she able to pull that up for me?
This is Lauren Gossage for the record. Let me pull, she did send in some supporting documents
Okay.
early this morning, so I will present those for her.
Thank you.
And then she can speak on them. Here we go. Let me know when you want to go to the next slide, please.
Yeah,
Oh, and-
so my full legal name is Star Jaramillo Alvarado. I went ahead and presented you guys with my driver's license. I am a full-time nursing student and a mother of two. Originally, I was looking into starting or like going to cosmetology school or esthetician school, but again, I got accepted into nursing school, so I decided to go that route. Maybe possibly in the future go into like nursing aesthetics. So here is my enrollment in school. I got accepted October 2022, and I'm still currently in school. Go ahead, press next, please. This is where I lived at the time. On the left side of the arrow is the studio that I rented. I actually lived out of that studio and also performed lash extensions. That studio is completely cut off to the rest of the house and my landlord. So the middle arrow is pointing at the mailbox, and then the right arrow is the main entrance to, again, my landlord's entrance to their house. Go ahead and press next, please. So here is the first cease and desist notice, I guess, that was sent to me. It was sent to Sarah Love, which again is not my legal name. The purpose of a cease and desist letter is to inform the recipient that they are engaging in activities that are against the law or regulations. Upon receiving such a letter, the recipient is expected to comply with the demands to avoid further legal action. This might involve like stopping the specified activities or potentially providing proof of compliance. Then the recipient does not, if the recipient does not comply, the sender might pursue legal actions, which could result in fines, injunctions, or other penalties, which is what you guys have done to me. So again, here on April 24th, 2023, you guys sent mail to the address that I lived in before, to the wrong name. So again, when you guys mailed it, my landlord didn't see my name or wink me down on there. And honestly, I have no idea what they did with the mail. I'm assuming they sent it back to the sender, which is you guys. Go ahead and press next, please. Here is a second cease and desist that was mailed on May 15th, again, sent to Sarah Love, which again is not my legal name. My landlord did not provide me with the first or the second cease and desist. I'm assuming because it did not have my name or wink me down. And I'm also assuming that they sent this to the sender as well. Go ahead and press next, please. So again, on May 15th, which is the same date that you guys mailed the second cease and desist, I'm assuming you guys noticed or maybe possibly received the returned mail and then tried to email me the cease and desist 1 and 2 to wink me down at gmail.com, which is actually not my email. My current email is starhara92@gmail.com. Go ahead and press next, please. So this is my Instagram profile page. The only form of contact available was through my Instagram handle, the direct message. So on here, you can see there's no email provided, but there is a website, which was my Square booking website. I did require a $25 non-refundable fee. Again, it says no booking through DM, so they did have to book through the website. And of course, it says I was home based, which I was at that time. Go ahead and press next, please. This is the actual website. So here is where it says Sarah Love, which now kind of makes sense why they sent it to Sarah Love. And then contact is where I'm assuming you guys found the winkmedown@gmail.com. With today's technology and knowledge about the internet and huge social media platforms, anyone can potentially hack a profile with just an email address and some information they can find online. That's why I took precautions by using an alias, Sarah Love, and made up an email for my website, which was the winkmedown@gmail.com. Even though my Instagram handle was public, the extra layer of privacy helped reduce the risk of unauthorized access to my personal information. So someone hacking into my account. I previously had an incident where a stalker ex-boyfriend who I had a restraining order on found my business information online and booked an appointment, and yes, actually showed up to the appointment, which was very scary. Sorry, give me a second. For this exact reason, I take privacy seriously and used an alias and made up an email for my website, despite having public, again, my Instagram being public. This was a reminder of the importance of protecting my personal information online. Go ahead and press next. So on here is a screenshot of my transaction history on the Square appointment. So again, it strictly said only book through the website, not through DMs. So you can see on here, it says January 2023 through December. The arrow is showing that the last time people made or scheduled appointments and obviously like paid the $25 fee was on May 1st. And then there is no further transactions after that. Go ahead and press next. I was pregnant at the time, so I moved out of where I was renting the studio late May, early June, and discontinued all lash services to prepare for my baby's birth. Go ahead and press next. This is just like proof of my current address. You can see my name is on there and I blocked out some of my address. So this is where I currently live. Go ahead and press next. So on August 31st, I give birth to my child, which was 2 months after I, again, closed and stopped performing lash extensions. Go ahead and press next for me, please. So then on September 20th, I believe it's like 3 weeks after I gave birth, you guys emailed a third cease and desist letter, which now has Sarah Love, AKA Star Jaramillo Alvarado, which is my name. I received a phone call from my landlord stating that I had mail and to come pick it up. So then I went and picked it up and I found this. Go ahead and press next, please. So on here, the first arrow you can see has September 22nd, which was 2 days after you guys mailed it. When my landlord contacted me and I found out this information, I promptly closed my Square booking site. So you can see it says it's deactivated. It also says, we're sorry to see you go. The Square account linked to my actual email address, starjara92@gmail.com, was deactivated. Again, 2 days after I received the notice with my name on it. Go ahead and press next, please. On October 4th, due to being a full-time student and having a newborn, I decided to contact you guys because I was confused as to how you guys sent the cease and desist with the $2,000 fee, but I hadn't received like notice prior to that. So whoever I spoke with was very helpful with emailing me the previous notifications that you guys attempted to get in contact with me. So it was the first and second cease and desist that was mailed And then she also mentioned something about emailing me, which also makes sense because the email was incorrect and I did not receive. I did explain to her that because I'm a full-time student, I'm not currently employed, and I didn't have any means to pay for the fees. And then go ahead and press next. So on here, the same day that I spoke with whoever I spoke with, it says October 4th. She went ahead and provided me with all of the documents that were sent to me. So basically, as soon as I was made aware of the cease and desist, I took immediate action by closing my online booking page and removing my Instagram profile. The same day, I promptly contacted you guys and provided you guys with updated information, which had my correct name, my correct phone number, email address, and actually provided you guys with my social security number as well. I want to emphasize that I have no intention of evading or hiding from legal responsibilities. Given the circumstances, I respectfully request that the $2,000 fee be reconsidered. I did not receive the first or second cease and desist notice, as I've mentioned earlier, because they were addressed to a different name and my landlord just did not give them to me or give me a chance to even see if they belong to me. If it were named to, I want to again state that I have no idea. I had no idea that you guys had sent it originally. I am currently facing financial challenges with my responsibilities of attending nursing school and caring for my 2 children. My only source of income are government assistance as of right now, leaving no funds for unforeseen fees. I hope for your understanding in this matter. Thank you. That's
Thank
it.
you so much for putting that presentation together and walking us through your petition. We appreciate it, and it definitely helped to shed some light on why you're here today. At this time, I'd like to give board staff an opportunity to make their presentation, and then what we'll do is the board will come together and ask you any questions that we might have, okay?
Thank you.
Yep.
Madam
Yes.
President, Stephen Don for the record for Lauren Gossage, the children compliance specialist. Next presentation, I want just for the record to clarify that the evidence that the petitioner has presented, we did not redact or modify any of that evidence. So some things that would be redacted normally it wasn't.
Okay.
So I just wanted to make that clear for the record that the evidence that she submitted, she sent to us, we just put it on there. We did not redact it to anything. It was all from the petitioner.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for the clarification.
This is Lauren Gossage, Regulatory Compliance Specialist, for petitioner number 7, Star Jarmelo Alvarado, who is disputing, she was cited for operating a salon without a license and individual practicing without a license. My apologies. This is her petition that she sent in a copy of her petition with her description. She was cited for practicing without a license and operating a salon without a license. Her first cease and desist was sent out on April 24th. And her second cease and desist was sent out on May 15th. And then there was an additional cease and desist that was sent out on September 20th of 2023. These slides are what we found during our initial investigation. So this was the Instagram page of Weekly Down. It was a $25 non-refundable deposit required. Bill booking through direct message, and then it was Home Base. Has her booking website here. These are the individual posts that we found during our initial investigation. This has descriptions of what she used to complete the set on these lashes. And then this is her booking website, as you saw on her slides. That was listed in the Instagram that led us directly to the booking website. That gives the email address with the hours, gives a service description of what services you can schedule. And then this was us attempting to book a service on May 21st of 2023 from 4 to 7. We just had to finish entering in all of our information and us selecting the appointment. This was found upon our follow-up investigation September 20th of 2023. So your new lash lady, $25 non-refundable deposit required, no booking through direct message, that home base was taken down. Still had the booking website. The booking website was up on September 20th of 2023. This was a call that was received to the compliance line, but I believe this was a voicemail that we received saying to give her a call back in regards to the letters that she received, because in the citation, even in her petition, I believe she stated that she was unaware of receiving the cease and desist and the citations prior. And this was on October 4th that we received this.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, to start, I have a couple questions, just timeline wise, that I wanted to kind of just get clarification on, since again, we didn't have time to see your presentation prior to this morning or till a moment ago. So the letters that the board sent to your home, Ms. Alvarado, you did not receive those physical letters?
No, the first two I did not receive. I received the third one. And I believe it's because it had my name on it. My landlord then contacted me. I don't go through their mail. Well, at the time I didn't go through their mail. They would just hand it to me whenever they saw me, because they were renting the studio on the side. So I didn't have my own mailbox, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much for clarifying that. How did you get copies of those?
You guys sent it to me. So when I received the third cease and desist, I contacted you guys, I think was the 4th of October. And I explained that to whoever I spoke with. And I said, you know what, can you please like send it to me, because I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never even seen these things. And then that's when I realized that it just had, again, my alias, and I'm assuming my landlord just sent it back to the sender.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you so much. The first two letters were sent April and when?
The first two letters were sent April and May, I believe.
April, May, and then no further communication with her until September? Okay.
How did she get the third letter and the other two went under still low?
This is Janie Higgins for the record. I would have to go back and look through the slides, but at some point we became aware of her actual name and that it wasn't Sarah Love, so it was correct. And then she said that she believes she was provided that letter that was addressed to her legal name because she believes the landlord recognized it to be her and provided it to her.
Issues of notice are important on the record that whether it's a licensee or a petitioner, that he or she was in the property by the board. I do want to remind the board that there's the issuance of notices, anything to compliance with. It's just the additional courtesy that the board provides, the board staff provides in order to say please to compliance. Additional time and resources done by board staff to do so, as you can imagine, the amount of services governed by this board. The second most important part is that there was an admission that she is that alias. And there was an understanding that, or at least I didn't even come on my end, was any dispute, any dispute that the 2 letters were delivered, but there just was a sorting issue between her and her. So for legal purposes, as far as delivery is concerned, if it's received at the location where the individual provides, or where we have understanding where the individual provides, that's proper service as far as we're concerned from the billing perspective. There being a miscommunication between, hey, I'm going to do this. I also work alongside businesses as my alias. So if you happen to get mail, that's a communication, or miscommunication between the landlord if that's not on the part of board staff. Board staff would have to review the amount of time to be able to say, I wonder if this is a underscore. We could go off of is what any member of the public would go off of. So I just wanted to be clear that while it was delivered, there's an understanding of the commission as far as the presentation is concerned that I am this individual. If that's a very comparison, is if Batman were to say, or Bruce Wayne were to say, you said the name of Batman, you said it was Bruce Wayne, then I might have Batman. Well, there's an understanding that you're still virtually the same individual operating as one person. So that was just the consideration that I wanted to give as far as at first it was there is an dispute as to whether or not it was delivered at the proper address, and the sort of issue as to whether it needed to be on the address. There still is also no dispute that this individual is doing unlicensed activity, which that still warrants consideration by the board.
Thank you so much for that clarification. I think that helps to put us back onto the page on what we should be focusing on. Yes, you want to?
Yes, board member Crabtree. For board staff, as Ms. Albert had a esthetician license.
This is Jane Evans for the record. No, I believe she does not hold any license for this.
For the nail. I'm sorry.
Right, correct.
Okay.
So this is board member Wald. Hi, Ms. Starr. So I just had a quick question for you as far as practicing without a license or certificate. So you said initially you were open to going to cosmetology school.
Yes, I was going to apply for nursing school, and if I got denied, then yes, I was going to be cosmetology, cosmetologist or esthetician. I didn't know which route I wanted to go, but then decided because I got accepted, I still wanted to go to the beauty route, so I might end up doing just like aesthetic nursing instead.
So what made you want to go to cosmetology school? Like what services did you want to offer through that?
Things that I like to get done on myself. So I like microblading, lashes, lip fillers I was interested in at the time, but then I later found out that you need, like, for example, like a nursing license to do that.
Okay, so you were like certain services you need a license for.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said, so like for lashes and the microblading, you were aware you needed a license to do those services?
Well, I received a certification. I went to, can't remember the place right now. I know where the address is, but anyways, I received a certificate, and then later, like as I was lashing people, yes, I later found out that I needed a license. And at that time is when I decided, okay, you know what, let's try to get a license so that it's official and then I can work in an actual establishment, or let's try to get into nursing school.
Okay. Yeah, so so if you knew, like, if you wanted to work in a salon, you would have needed some type of cosmetology license, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Madam President,
yes.
Something extra to
Oh, yeah.
Stephen Top for the record.
Yes.
Checking to see if there actually has been any application submitted to us, to the board, for what you maybe thought. For the record, there's no applications been submitted to the State Board of Cosmetology for any type of cosmetology related license.
Okay,
thank you.
Okay, so we basically had a business set up in a home No license, no establishment license. Straightforward. Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, she can't do that. So, yeah, can I get a, unfortunately. Can I get a
This is
motion?
Board Member Douglas. I would like to uphold the fine for B-1010162122.
I, Board Member Gould, second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, Ms. Alvarado, we did deny your petition for today, based on the statements made during your presentation and what board staff had presented to us as well. We felt it had adequate information for us to make this motion today. Board staff is going to reach out to you regarding what occurred, and if you have any questions, you can always reach out to them going forward, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving forward, we're going to go to petitioner number 8, Anthony Agnestillo, U1010162117 for discussion and possible action. Petitioner is disputing fee 3148048 and fee 3148049. Petitioner Agnestillo, are you present? Sorry if I'm butchering. We're going to trail petitioner number 8 and move forward to petitioner number 9, Leanne Lee, AE859 for discussion and possible action. Petitioner is disputing V 3148080. Petitioner Lee, are you present? Petitioner Lee? All right, we will also trail. Moving forward to petitioner 10, Alessandra Berby Medina, U10101650 for discussion and possible action. Petitioner is disputing V 3148322 and V 3148323. Petitioner Medina, are you present? Railing again. All right, petition number 11, Priscilla Guimaraes Camarillo, I butchered that. U1010164669 for petition, discussion and possible action. Petitioner is disputing V 3147412 and V 3147413. I see Priscilla on there. Petitioner Priscilla, are you present?
See, how can I turn on the camera?
Oh, I think we can hear you, but not very well. Is this Priscilla?
Yes.
Hi, Priscilla, we can see you. Will you raise your right hand and we'll get you sworn in? Thank you.
Morning, Priscilla. Do you affirm, raise your right hand, please. Priscilla, can you raise your right hand? Keep your right hand held up. Do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Please say yes or no.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
All right, at this time, if you would like to tell the board why you're here today.
Can you repeat?
Not very well. Can you speak up?
I
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said, can you hear me? Would you like to tell us why you're here today? Tell us about your petition.
It's because I received a letter and my landlord took too long to give me the letter. And once I received it, I emailed, it was an email from Lauren and asking her if I had a chance to be able to explain more about this license that they was asking me to have. And because I'm certified esthetician in my country, and lash artist. So I have other certificates, but I would like to know more about this license from the state of Nevada. And then I received the letter, and I was trying to talk with Lauren to see if there is some way to, I don't know how to say well, is there some way I don't know the word, to reveal this letter. And I'm sorry, because I have panic with phone calls. And is there some way to get this license that this letter was telling me to get it? And if I can show my certificates on the board to do this. But I also don't have any intention to work if it's not on the correct way. And I also don't work with aesthetics over here. And I actually work with hospitality, but I did have a portfolio which this portfolio is useful, was useful for me for my permanent residency. And then I would like to know what should I do with my certificates and show you guys and see if there is some way to see this fee that was charging me, because I cancel all my portfolio. So I'm not using the portfolio to show anything. And also I was running my mother's esthetician account on this portfolio. So maybe it was kind of mistake. And I also passed through some bad situations here with people that robbing me. I don't know if this is the word. And I was getting in some people that was stalking me, people that robbed me my car and my money. And these people was always trying to reach me out to make bad things for me. So I don't know if these people was telling you guys something that I was not doing to try to damage my life, you know? I don't know if you guys can understand. I never passed through this kind of situation.
Yeah, we understand what you're saying. Thank you so
And
much.
I really have a panic talking with call, even a personal call. But I don't know if you guys will understand.
You told us what you're here for. Do you have anything else to add? Or do you want to hear, or should we move on to the next part?
I really don't know how to talk with you because I never passed through this.
No problem.
So I don't know if I can show you certificates or something just to see that I'm not a person to try to get advantage or any. I'm licensed in all my food and beverage work that I'm doing over here. So if I need to get some other license, I don't have any intention. I do medical assistant program and veterinarian program over here. But I have my background in esthetician also. But if I also need to get another card, as I did to do a bartender or to be a server, I did over here a card because my job, they asked me to do these cards. And And if I have to do another card for esthetician, but I don't have any intention to work with this over here because I'm doing my veterinarian school. And I have no intention to work for anyone if it's not allowed to do it. But I was doing my portfolio for the immigration for my residency. So I don't know if this was a bad thing for the state. So the state was thinking that I was working, but I don't work for anybody.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's hear now from our board staff team, and they're going to make their presentation, and then we'll come back after and chat with you more, okay?
Okay.
Oh, this is Lauren Gossett, Regulatory Compliance Specialist for Priscilla Guillermez Canero. She was cited for operating a salon without a license and individual practicing without a license. This is a copy of her petition and her petition letter that she sent in. Have you guys had a chance to read it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. This is a copy of her citation that she received on September 11th of 2023 for operating without a license and practicing without a license. Her original cease and desist went out on August 14th of 2023, and her second cease and desist plus citation went out on September 11th of 2023. This was the original account that we found, beauty_pricks, which leads you to this booking website and gives a home address and information on scheduling. So services that are available. This was upon entering the initial website. So lashes, body contouring. This is the Facebook page for Beauty Pricks Importados. This is the information on that page. So it has Florida, Nevada, Reno, New York, LA, San Francisco, has a phone number, an email, leads back to the Instagram account. And these are the services that you are able to book. Lashes that were posted, full set volume, posted May 11th of 2022. Another post of lashes. This is a lash lift. This is Fibroblast, the plasma pen. This is an advanced aesthetic service, so not able to be done under an esthetician license. And then this is a screenshot of all of the posts that were on this Facebook page in particular. A certificate that was posted. Hair. And then this is from the booking website. It has to schedule an appointment, your cancellation policy, and then available services that you could book for Monday, September 18th. And it has available pricing. This was found on the follow-up of the initial cease and desist. So September 11th. And then this is another links page that will take you to your appointment. Also found on the follow-up. Booking website, giving the information on it. And then this is a waiver that you would fill out on the booking website once you select your service that you'd like to schedule.
Okay, thank you so much. That was a nice presentation. Okay, at this time, board members, do we have any questions or comments that we want to go through?
I do.
Yeah.
Board member Moreno, I have a question for the petitioner. Did you do that work that was posted on your Facebook page and Instagram?
So as I told you, I was doing a portfolio for this, and also when I was living in California, I was working in a salon, and I was running the salon website. So that's why I did but the ClassPass, I found this, as I told you that some people was trying to stop me. I found something in the name of Jane, the email Jane, and I didn't do the ClassPass website, but I found this profile, and I was talking with this ClassPass, which is not my account. The Facebook and the Instagram was my account that I have for a long years, like since 2000, maybe 10, because I was not working over here with this. And then this salon in California would sponsor me to be the esthetician. So I was doing the running the service at the salon, and that's why I have the website with the lashes, and also that fibroblast that you saw the picture. This is me. This is myself, my nose. Which I don't work with this over here, but I did lashes at this salon, and I was running the page because they was offering the service. Was a salon that was trying before the pandemic to sponsor me to get my permanent residency in USA. It was before the 2020 to 2000 during the pandemic, and I was running the salon, but they closed it because of the pandemic. And then I was still trying to keep my portfolio for the immigration.
Board member O'Brien.
As you see, I have like which I did training in Harvard and in Cambridge University. I have a tons of certificates, but this is my account for portfolio over here, and I was putting the service of this salon in California, which I was permanent residency over there, and I have like more, maybe 20 others certificates. So I would like to know if I need to work with a esthetician, what else should I do? How can I show all my certificates for you guys? But I don't have any intention to work with this because I'm doing my school of veterinary assistant. And I would like to know what steps should I take to have more certificates from you, And how can I show my certificates for you?
Board Member O'Brien here. Those are all great questions, and I can definitely see where your confusion may lie. First and foremost, my question would be, are you a Nevada resident at this time?
Yeah, I'm living in Nevada.
Okay. All right. So in Nevada, you have to be a licensed esthetician or cosmetologist to perform the services that we're seeing on your page, or even an advanced esthetician if we're looking at the fibroblast. The issue with the terminology that we're using is certificate versus licensure. Your certificates are not valid for licensure in the state. You would need to go to a cosmetology or esthetician school to receive your license, and that would be a requirement for Nevada. As far as what's required for your immigration and permanent residency, that's something that you would have to discuss with them. I would assume that your current employment, which you said was in hospitality, would, you know, suffice there. But right now it looks like you're running a business in Nevada for the services listed on your page. And that's why you received those cease and desist letters, because as of today, you are not a licensed individual under the State Board of Cosmetology for our state. Does that make sense?
Okay. So since I got this letter, I gave up from my portfolio at all, and I don't do any kind of service. I do bartending. I only work for this place here, and then the places said that I needed to get those cards for bartender, for servers, and everything, and I did it because I worked on the as Good Works and InstaWork, and this is my only main jobs. I do those gigs. I was in a restaurant. I don't have any intention to work with esthetician over here if I'm not able to work. So once I got those letters, when my landlord, because I rent a room, so when my landlord gave me this letter, I turned off all my Instagram page, and because I was not even like I didn't get I didn't read the card on the date that was sent to me, because the landlord don't give me key for the mail. He give me the letters. So once I got this letter, I deleted everything that I had before here, from Brazil, from everything, from the salon that I was running, and also that ClassPass. I didn't do that one. That one, I saw an email over there from Jane. I don't know who is Jane. And then I mailed this company, letting them know that I don't do any business, and I have the emails, and they was totally not accepting my they was not accepting me to cancel that, and I have the emails. I just find out that one because I was trying to find on my email, and they said that they will not cancel that account. And then I saw that someone called Jane was doing that account on my name. Okay. And that it's a phone number there, but I don't know who is Jane. Okay. And all the information as me, and then I have these emails trying to talk with this company Class, and they said that I needed to prove that I don't have a business to cancel this account, but I don't have a way to prove one thing that I don't have it. And I said to them, if you guys don't cancel that, I'm gonna sue the company, because it says here, my apologies for any confusion. Have you closed your business in order to waive a 90-day opt-out period. Please provide documentation for closure, but I don't have nothing to closure. Once we receive the documentation, we'll take care of the necessary step to all end. Include memo send to users of Facebook in relevant communication. And then I was trying to ask them, I don't even have a business. I want to delete this account right now, or I'll sue the company. And this one was in the name of email of Jane, but I don't know who is Jane. And I don't know this class because this class website, I didn't use this to put the service from the salon, the salon from California that was trying to sponsor me.
Okay, thank you. I have a question for you. Do you recognize the address 5492 High Noon Lane?
This is 5492?
Yeah.
This is the room that I live.
That's your home?
Yes.
Okay, that's listed on the class pass. That's listed on this website.
Yes. So it's the class website was not mine at all. I'm trying to contact this company, and this company don't want to shut down that profile because they asked me to prove that I closed a business, but I don't have any business to close. And there is an email there from Jane.
Okay, thank
that
you.
maybe created this because I was not using this to run my portfolio or to run my the website from my mom or to run the salon in California.
Okay, thank you. Board members, do we have any other questions or comments, any clarification? Even the salon in California
I would
needs to be licensed, so I'm not sure that she's even compliance there. So I know it's not our jurisdiction, but
Yeah.
it's just problems on problems.
So I'd like to know if I can show all my certificates to you and maybe get the card as I have for bartender. But I don't have any intention to work in nothing that is not like legal.
Madam President, Mr. Dahl for the record, she can definitely, board staff can definitely explain to her what the process is. And we've dealt with people that have come into the United States and not understanding license versus certifications, and that they have to go to school because they don't have any reciprocity. We get people from other countries and try and get licensed as well. So we can definitely explain to her what the process is. But from our perspective, I believe that she's admitted that she was operating, doing these services, and probably didn't get the right guidance from the people that she was dealing with. And we can definitely work with her to get her in compliance. And finally, our compliance reviews, which AKA our cease and desist, are the nice way of saying, please contact us and we can help you out. If you don't contact us, we come back a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, and things are still going. Those things have been corrected, then we will do a cease and desist plus a citation. And that typically gets someone's attention when they see that $ sign sitting there. So that's why we try to give them a chance, generally speaking, to try to get the compliance and contact us. We're willing to work with them and get them on track. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, board members, are we able to make a decision? Do you have any more comments? No. Good. Okay, all right, let's go forward. Can I get a motion, please?
Board Member Douglas, I would like to uphold the petitioner's fine U-1010164669.
Can I get a second, please?
Board Member Moreno, second the petition.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Priscilla, I know there's a lot of confusion around the licensure and everything, but board staff is gonna send you a letter, right? A letter to you. So please look for that, and going forward, reach out to them so that they can assist you with any and all questions about compliance, what you need, what won't be valid, all of that, so they can help you, okay? So that you can do the services that you want to do legally here in Nevada if you so choose, okay? And we thank you for your time and coming before us today. Thank you.
I can go any day.
Sorry?
And I can go any day and show you everything that I have so you guys can help me to do the card from here.
Yeah, the board staff will reach out to you, and then you can go forward from there with how to proceed, okay?
Thank you so much. It will help me a lot for my permanent residency.
Okay, and did you hear the motion? We did uphold your fines for today. You did hear the motion and how we voted to uphold the fines for today. We did deny your petition. So we voted on your petition and we did deny it. So your fines are going to be upheld and the staff members are going to reach out to you on how to proceed going forward. Oh, I lost you. We can't hear you.
Can you speak slower?
Say that again.
Can you speak a little slower?
Can you hear me? We denied the petition, so you will still have to pay the fines. Call the board staff so you can figure out how to move forward, or they will contact you, okay?
Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. All right, we are going to move forward to petition number 12. Larissa McGee, AE 981-A1051747 for discussion and possible action. Petitioner is disputing B3148326. Petitioner McGee, are you present? All right, we'll trail it. Petition Nasiteha Elena Medrano Celia MA 705632 for discussion and possible action. Petitioner is disputing B3147525, B3147524, B3148969, and B3149048. Is petitioner Celia here? Celia? Okay, trail it. All right, petition number 14, Amanda Sophia Palma Moreno, MA 705633 for discussion and possible action. Petitioner is disputing B3147516 and B3149047. Are you present? Please come forward and thank you for your patience today. Once you get settled in, just feel free to raise your right hand and we'll get you sworn in, okay? You can sit, please. Yeah. Get comfortable.
Good morning, Amanda. Hey, do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this matter? Yes. All right, thank you.
All right, so at this time, you have the floor. You're going to tell us kind of why you're here today, and then we'll hear from board staff after, okay?
But I've actually, I don't know if the client's name, tried to call it, so I don't know much about it. But first of all, I did work at M&M Brows and Lashes in the beginning of 2023. And right there, I was just equipped like breast and stuff. And then the owner she was doing like classes for makeup and things. And so I just took the course and I got my makeup license under her to start working for doing like makeup and the M&M Brows and Lashes salon. And we just did that for a little bit. I believe it was like March of 2023. I actually moved it to right into like a stock, like medical. So for that, I kind of stopped doing makeup. I was just the front desk because she really liked me worker since I speak Spanish in English to do that. And then I actually went to school to do phlebotomist, so I could start helping. Or surgery to do plastic surgery. So I went to school to do phlebotomist. So I was actually working part time with my baby there for the med spa. And I was in school. I did the course and I got my license. I graduated, and then after that, I started just becoming like front desk and phlebotomist for the surgeon. So when we had patients come in, I draw the took the vitals and stuff, and just did send it out and let the doctor know and stuff like that. I did just pretty much work with doing consults and because like our NT is like bilingual, but she speaks like half Spanish and half English. So I'm usually in the phone with her, like trying to translate all our clients because majority of our clientele is Hispanic community. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say. So pretty much I just helped pretty much translate phlebotomist from desk, like doing the concept of and everything like that. I would have set up things stuff like that, but the majority of the time I would not do like the services, which is like Botox fillers or advanced facials and stuff like that. I did know we did have a esthetician with us at the beginning when we converted to a medical med spa, but she had quit on her own, and I guess she had like a bad terms with everybody in the building with the work with, and I believe I think she had pretty like guessing that I was working in makeup and like doing other things, which I really wasn't. So yeah, I was just wondering if I could just go ahead and try to dispute just because I wasn't really practicing makeup. I do want to go later on. I believe in like September. I actually spoke with somebody from cosmetology into it's on Craig Cosmetology Intuition of Las Vegas to do my makeup course, and then I can actually get licensures for myself because this one I believe is because I'm under the for any of those courses.
Thank you. All right, at this time we'll hear from board staff.
This is Lauren Gossage, Regulatory Compliance Specialist for Amanda Sophia Palma Moreno. She was cited for practicing outside of the scope of a makeup artist on a first offense and a second offense. All right, this is a copy of her petition that she sent in, disputing the violation. Her first offense for operating as practicing outside of the scope of a makeup artist was issued on September 13th of 2023. Her second offense was issued on December 12th of 2023. The second offense is 1,500. This is a typo right here. So it's 1,000 and 1,500. She did receive a cease and desist on September 18th of 2023 for practicing outside of the scope of a makeup artist. This particular establishment was found during a routine inspection of another establishment. So these next few slides are from our inspector, Jen, who went in and found the unlicensed establishment. So this is the front of the establishment. This is the email that we received stating that this was establishment that was found on the route that was unlicensed. Upon inspection, I believe this is Amanda in one of the rooms. This is a body sculpting machine. Additional pictures of that room of the body sculpting machine in the bed as it was when the inspector went in. Other equipment that's in the establishment. When our inspector was in there, she was able to take a picture of their calendar, so it lists out the various employees that work there. Amanda is listed as an employee there on the screen, and everyone is color coded. There was appointments that were booked and they're color coded depending on who you're booking with. So the only one that we can identify that was under Amanda's color was a Morpheus 8 at 3 o'clock. This is the booking website. So if you're selecting staff for microdermabrasion, this was like the first page, and then you scroll down and there was additional staff that you can select. So Amanda was listed as someone that you could select for a treatment. And this was for Morpheus 8. This is on the booking website. So we selected for dermaplaning and a back facial. So Amanda was selected for that. This is what was available on Friday, October 27th of 2023. Amanda was also available on this date, September 6th, for a classic full set and a brow wax and a brow tint. And then September 16th, a classic full set was available for Amanda, available staff that you could book with. That's all we have.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Any questions of the presentation at this time before we go to board staff or board members?
So I remember that day that you came in. So I was pretty much like that for this, but I actually ended up to mention I have my license. I have a so yeah, I was like with the students there learning with them. But yeah, pretty much with that, I don't have access to that because that's with the owner, and then she only has access to do so. So I don't know how I can go about that. I did not know that I was like listed for that. But I do know like with like people when they come and they call them like, oh, I want like the consultation business. I usually put it under you like so I can translate it in Spanish, knowing that I'm gonna like translate the words to do so. Or like if the owner she speaks Spanish as well, she'll go into it and like, do the translation in Spanish as well. So I don't really do like Morpheus or any of that. Like I don't have any access to like the booking with her on her online thing. But I do know like whenever I have somebody that comes in, like let's say that whenever I can give them a discount for using me, or if I convert it and I had a friend come in, I can get a commission out of it, whatever. Let's say she got a package to do Botox fillers and stuff, I get commission for that. So I guess like that's where she get like records type of thing. I don't know if I can go about like getting more information, like if I can show you like you can get information from it, or yeah, pretty much about that. But I don't have access to her online booking and about her select as well.
This is board member. I don't know how to like put this as most professional as I can. That this is really wild for me to see as a licensed esthetician and even a nursing student that unlicensed person has like even their name to do Morpheus because that is a very, very intense treatment. And the fact that I see that your name at least is there for other aesthetic services, back facials, whether there's enzymes being used, it's just a lot that goes into these services as far as ingredients, contraindications, health risks, even, and so I'm just honestly kind of baffled, to be completely honest with you. The fact that the salon is not licensed either, it just kind of, to me, there's a lack of integrity going on here. And my just first concern is that if a patient were to come in and they were to get a service, whether you did it or not, but it says that you were to perform the service, if they were to ever get injured, that would be devastating. There's a lot of pretty extensive adverse effects that can come from these treatments if done improperly. Even with, doing a brow wax or a tint, there's so many things that can go wrong. You can lift skin. Someone could, be on blood thinners, and if they start bleeding, they can't clot. And then what do? Because the person who's servicing them is not even licensed. So it is more than just, oh, well, I was just doing a service. I didn't think anything of it. It's there's just so much that goes into the anatomy of the body. And that's why there is school, and the sanitation on top of it. So, I just personally, this is just really disheartening for me to see, because I started off as a makeup artist as well, and then I went to aesthetic school, and now I'm in nursing school, and you have to put in that time and dedication for your education. And so, and the fact that you worked front desk, I've worked front desk in spa and salon, I've worked in a spa, and I've had bookings under my name, even with laser systems. Like, you have to be able to be in the system to run the laser, things like that. So it's just kind of hard for me to believe you as a front desk person would put people under your name for a Morpheus treatment that is completely out of your scope of practice, because you would not want any liability for that.
Yeah.
So, no, go ahead.
We were like starting off, that's when we started we did have like a medical director. He wasn't like really in office, so we just switched it over. We do have a medical director who like watches over and science and other stuff. But pretty much I've seen what the Morpheus is gonna do, and I just pretty much like educate them and then just tell them like what it is, and then how to pass the nurse, and then how the nurse speak to it. The nurse actually pretty much does all of it. Right? We do have 2 other nurses who are just starting with us, but they're still going through trainings with like aesthetic services.
Yeah, I just don't know how a medical director is going to sign on to an unlicensed establishment, but that's, something, that's a conversation for another day. Right now, it's just the fact that it says that you were performing these services, and then the picture looks like you have a pair of tweezers in your hands. So, and then you also have, like I said, facials, back facials. So, definitely looks like you were practicing outside of the scope. And, the inspector just happened to see you guys. So it's just, just for me personally, I would have a hard time believing that you were practicing out of your scope. And the fact that if you did those treatments, the Morpheus 8, it's just very concerning for me as a board member and, someone who is in the public. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
That you were informing or teaching, could you rephrase what you had said just a moment ago? What were you saying?
A lot of our clients are Hispanic, so I just told them Spanish.
Okay, you're translating.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
sorry.
There's some conversations like, oh, like,
Sure.
Stuff like that. I'm like, I asked them, I let them. So like every time I'm in consultations with them, like I'm learning like things, so I'm like letting them know, like having them to translate in Spanish.
Thank you for clarifying. I have a question for board staff. When going through the services listed, did we see any makeup services listed for Amanda on the schedule?
This is Jane Evans for the record. No, there were no makeup services provided at that establishment. There are permanent makeup services that are offered. I believe we might be able to book some of those with her, but it's mostly on the booking website for the public to view. It's mostly skin services that you can book with the service.
Gotcha. And then just for the record, permanent makeup is outside of our scope, so that's not something that we'll be able to discuss.
This is board member Douglas. Is your name still on that list as far as?
I'm pretty sure it probably is. I like tell you speak. We had things go about because the other, like I said, there was another institution. She was like, I would just say American. I'm not trying to like be like racist or anything, but she was more like towards like the Hispanic community, and like me, the nurse, she's an African American Hispanic girl, and Hispanic American. So yeah, she used to so yeah, she used to get mad when other people like had asked us to come in, like majority of Hispanic clientele, so they were kind of like complaining about her being not speaking Spanish and stuff like that. So I'll try to help them and everything, but she kind of it was like under the bus like the whole time that she would quit. She would say that I had been like in the oral when we were even starting like the surgeons, just like going about it with the surgeons. As of right now, I do have like I'm getting like I guess you guys would call it a grandfather thing for the MA under the medical director that we have right now. But other than that, I don't do like any surgeries or anything like that. All I do is like take vitals, and take care of patients after the surgery. And like have them signed before and stuff like that. Do things like with credit or cash and stuff like that. but that's about it. And I give them information about the doctor in Spanish because like our doctors are always.
So is there any way the name could be taken off so it won't be a confusion? Like,
Yeah, I just called the owner, but she only has access to that. And she's majority of the time she was like that day that she came in, she wasn't even there that day. So the owner has access to that. I can speak to her about it, but I'm not even sure if she knows how to work on it because she's Hispanic as well. She has somebody else who runs it. Okay.
Board Member O'Brien, I have two questions I have two questions for the board stuff. My first question is, going back to the slides during the presentation, where it shows that you were under Morpheus. There's no other, like I run a business just for, putting that out there. If I would ever have like somebody shadow, translate, sit in, etc., I would need to block that off in both schedules. Unfortunately, I only see you scheduled for this. So there's no indication that anybody else is doing that service, and that's the problem. That's what we're seeing. So that's what we're all kind of like, this is like kind of a red flag. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was my first thing. And then you had mentioned some grandfathering under an MA for the medical director. Could you elaborate on that?
So he pretty much is teaching me like MA skills, I guess, like how to do vitals, what's different, certain medications, how to code insurance. We don't do insurance still right now. He has given me information about that. I'm still like under him, but he said that he was signing off to do like to get like medical assistance.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that still doesn't have anything to do like with the. I do have like some of the time. Some of the time is just like a weight loss shot that I could do because it's just like for the.
You administer the
Yeah.
you do? Okay.
Board Member here.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I forgot.
Yeah.
This is Lauren Gossett, Regulatory Compliance Specialist. It's okay. I just want to state for the record, for medical assistant defined under NRS 630-0129, medical assistant means a person who performs a clinical task under the supervision of a physician or a physician assistant and does not hold a license, certificate, or registration issued by a professional licensing or regulatory board in the state to perform such clinical tasks. Meaning, if there is a required license in order to perform that task, such as advanced aesthetics, then you're unable to perform that task as a medical assistant. So you would have to be an advanced esthetician, or you'd have to fall into the exemption category.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. Did you have anything?
Oh, yes. Okay, so it's a little confusing. I'm sorry. Just to be clear, do you do any of these services? Do you do nails? Full set? What's the full set about? Lashes.
No, I don't. I think she probably because like I said, we haven't researched it before. She like offers services as an institution. What I think if she did is like put like we don't have I think that's what it is too. We don't have like a login to like log in, log out, like to put our schedule. So that's why I'm on the system to put in like when I take lunch, when I take off, when I left at this one. So that's why I kind of have like a list on the scheduling for Square. But yeah, we used to have an institution where I think what she did is she took her office system, she got another with her. I think everything like transitioned to like us and like being nurse. I think that's what it is, but I don't do lashes like that. I did do makeup. I did put like bossy lashes, but that's just like what you would lashes.
What is that license there?
This is the one that I got for lashes. And then this is my Provalis.
Oh.
I just bought it just to see if you guys see. But majority of the time I was there like part time because I was in school trying to get my Provalis.
Okay, great.
And
Thank
then
you.
this is Jade Huggins for the record, just to provide some clarity. We do have the screenshots that you saw from the computer that's showing the appointments, but the other screenshots were from the booking website that's available for the public to book services, which are specifically with you for facial, different types of facials, wax services, lash services, and advanced aesthetic services. In addition to the owner, you can book the services with her. Those services, because you've been cited several times, I believe, on at least a second offense, we've checked and they have. That booking website has been continually updated. So the owner does have access
there is some access. It's been-
So yeah, she has access, but I can't like really run it. So I'm like, I had told her about this, like I was gonna come today to get this done, and she didn't seem to like care on my end to like see what I could do for that. So that's why I'm here on my own. But yeah, I tried to tell her like, oh, like this day, like I can't do this. But I let her know about like things I need to do, like for like my Pilates lessons. She wanted to do it like it's going tomorrow. But yeah, I could try to speak to her about it, but like she probably has access, but I don't think she knows how to like operate it because she does have somebody to do it for her. She can update like price and stuff like that.
Thank you for sharing that. I want to just emphasize again, all of our licensees have a responsibility to make sure that the facilities that they're working in are licensed, to make sure that they are following the guidelines set forth by our laws and our codes. And it's unfortunate that you're saying one thing and we're seeing another, because there is some discrepancy. Personally, I haven't seen anything or heard anything that would be like, oh yeah, no, she's not doing that. That makes sense. Everything's still really leaning towards, this is a possibility. And if I'm thinking that, I know the public's thinking that. And that's where we have to be concerned, is the safety of the public and what they're being exposed to or offered and things like that. You've heard it here today a couple times, with the Instagrams and things like that, right? I would strongly encourage you to take a second look at the facility that you're working at, if they have your back, because right now they're putting you in a position to receive fines.
Yeah.
And because it is an individual license, you are the one that we have to issue it to. So I know that you mentioned speaking to and approaching, but I want you to go in a little bit stronger if this is something that you truly are passionate about not having happen again in the future, because the fines will continue.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so it's, we have what we need in front of us to make the decision, I think. If anybody else wants to add anything else, or have any comments about anything else. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
For the record,
I wasn't sure if I could mention that.
yes, just to let you know, because she was okay with the owner.
Okay.
So she also is on the agenda.
If we do have questions and concerns, board staff is a great resource for you. They can literally tell you yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. They want you to be successful. They want you to be in compliance. They want you to do things safely. They want you to have a good, successful future. That's our goal as board members, is to make sure that our staff team knows that that's what our goal is, and they do a really good job of making sure that that's what their daily tasks are. So I just feel like, at this time, we're kind of ready to make the motion. But you have some things that you need to do in the future just to make sure that this doesn't fall on you again.
Yeah, that's why
Makes sense.
personally, so I can
Yeah.
because I do want to go on my own, but just for
Okay. Does anybody else have anything to add for some board members?
Just that, Samantha, I'm looking at the Silhouette site right now, and you're not listed for every single service on the page that some of the nurses are. But you do have a slew of services that are definitely out of the scope of a makeup artist and an MA. So I would, like as they said, I would highly encourage you talking to your owner, because this is really serious stuff here, to be completely honest. So I would just try to remove it. If you're a translator, put translation, but typically the public is not going to select translator themselves, then your boss is to pick you like that. And that's something you do on the back end in the office. And you should ask your questioner, do you need a translator for the service or something like that? So that's why I'm definitely believing more of what I'm seeing than what I'm hearing right now. So thanks for coming in today.
All right, at this time, I would like to ask if board members are ready for making a motion.
Yeah.
Okay, can I get a motion, please?
Board Member Douglas, I would like to uphold MA-705633 fine.
Board Member Harris, I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Thank you for coming in today. Thank you for your time. Please reach out, board will reach out to you, and then you can carry on the conversation for them for how to go forward, okay? All right, thank you for your time. All right, let's move forward with petition number 15, Susanna Munn, C16934 for discussion and possible action. Petitioner disputing B3146933. Commissioner Munn, are you present? All right, at this time, I would like to trail that and go back to our beginning petitioner that we trailed. If we can go back to petitioner number 3, petition Sophia Grasso, ST 43798. Sophia Grasso, are you present? At this time, should we make a?
So you could do it independently or you could do a joint. So I would recommend joint motion.
Okay, Gordon, so sorry. That's okay. Go ahead.
I would recommend just calling out, you already called out number 3.
Mhm.
So calling out 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, and 15.
Okay.
If nobody responds to the joint, every board member can do a joint motion to deny those petitions due to no call motion.
Perfect. Oh, that sounds nice. Lovely. Okay. All right, let's move forward one more time for petitioner number 3, Sophia Grasso. All right, moving forward to petitioner number 8, Anthony Agnifilo, U-1010162217. Petitioner Anthony, are you present? All right, moving forward to petitioner number 9, Leanne Lee, AE859. Petitioner Leanne Lee, are you present? All right, moving forward to petitioner number 10, Alessandra Barbie Medina, U10101650. Petitioner Medina, are you present? All right, petitioner number 12, Larissa McGee, AE981-A1051747. Petitioner Larissa McGee, are you present? All right, and finally, petitioner number, no, I'm sorry, not finally. Petitioner number 13 is Nasiteha Elena Medrano Celia, MA705632. Petitioner Celia, are you present? Now, finally, petitioner number 15, Susanna Munn, C-16934. Petitioner Munn, are you present? All right, at this time, board members, have you had time to review all the documents in the board pack?
Yes.
Are we able to make a joint motion based on no call, no show at this time?
Yes.
All right, can I call for the motion, please?
This is Board Member Harris. I would like the following petitions that we just read off to be upheld with no call, no show.
So it should be either petitions denied or violations upheld. One of the two, but just say petitions denied.
Okay,
Due to no call motion.
okay. Retract. Board Member Harris, I would like the following petition to be denied, no call, no show. Board Member Moreno, second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, let's take 2 seconds to finish this. And then we will move forward. Okay. Letter F, miscellaneous agenda items, none to be had. Okay. All right, I like it. All right, moving forward to G, comments from the general public for discussion only. At this time, the board will entertain comments from the general public for any item that is related to the Nevada State Board of Cosmetology. Members of the public can call into the meeting to make public comments by dialing 1-720-707-2699 and entering 817-9284-9067 for the meeting ID. Comments are limited to 3 minutes or less, and no discussion or action can be taken during public comment. Do we have any public comment at this time? All righty. Moving on to comments from board members for discussion only. The board will entertain comments from board members for any item that is or is not on the published agenda and is related to the Nevada State Board of Cosmetology. No action can be taken on a matter unless it is included on agenda. Comments should be limited to 3 minutes or less. Do we have any public comments? She said yes, no. All right, I guess that is it. So I'm gonna call for adjournment. We are now finished with the meeting today. The time is 11:44 a.m. on April 22nd, 2024. We thank you all for your time and patience today. Have a great Monday.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.